Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to share with you all my recipe for a curry stewed soya chunks. So if you'd like to see how to make this, let me show you. So guys, I'm going to use whatever ingredients I have on hand since we're in quarantine. And here I soaked 2 cups of that soya chunks overnight and plumped up. I washed it out and then I washed it in some lemon juice and squeezed out all of that additional liquid. So to this, I'm going to start by seasoning with a little bit of salt. And I'm also going to go in with some Goya adobo all-purpose seasoning. You guys know I love to add this. It adds tons of flavor. To this, going in with some Badia complete seasoning. All of these seasonings are going to really enhance the flavor. I'm going to go in with Anatto or uku powder. If you don't have the powder, you can use the liquid. You can use some tomato paste if you want. I'm adding in my curry powder because we're doing a curry stewed version. Now I'm going to go in with some green seasoning. And you can stretch your green seasoning. Don't waste your green seasoning when you're cooking. Try to make it last you. I'm going to add in 1 hot pepper chopped. I'm going to go in with a small onion chopped. In goes some minced garlic. And I'm going in with 2 scallions chopped. So all we have to do now is add in 1 tomato. My tomato has gotten really ripe, so it's really soft. And I'm going to give this a mix. And I'm going to allow it to sit for about half an hour. I really want the flavors from all of those seasonings to get into the soya. Sometimes you eat soya and it's really bland, has no taste. But this is going to be really tasty. And if you don't have the brands of seasoning that I use, feel free to use whatever you have on hand. You see how nice that looks with all of those seasonings? That's how you'd want your soya to look. Make sure it's well seasoned. Okay, so let's set this aside and allow it to marinate. So I put up my pot. I'm using my heavy bottom cast iron pot, and to that I'm going to go in with some brown sugar. I don't use any oil when I stew, so hence the reason why I'm not using any oil, and it's going to caramelize really well without the oil. So you guys see how it's melting really nicely without that oil? So I'm going to continue to let it go until it starts to bubble. So when I stew, I don't like the sugar to burn, but I like it to get a dark amber color. So it's getting there for me. And now I'm going to add in my soya that we seasoned. Okay, now I'm going to go in and give it a mix. See, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it has a really nice color. You want to just scrape the bottom of the pot. As I'm using this pot, it's going to start sticking faster than if you were using a regular aluminum pot. And it has a really beautiful color. I swear to you, this is smelling like stew chicken right now. So now I'm going to go in with some liquid. You can use stock if you like. And I'm just going to mix that. And I want to start scraping the bottom of the pot where that all that flavor was stuck. You see that lovely color that it has? A perfect stew color. I'm going to add some more liquid to this. Okay, so my liquid is in there. I have a nice amount. What I'm going to do is leave this on a medium heat and allow it to come up to a simmer, and it's going to cook for about half an hour, and then we'll finish up the recipe. Okay guys, you see how that sauce is starting to thicken up in there? I don't want it to completely dry down because we're having this with rice and no additional sides. So to this, I'm going to go in with 1 can of this kidney beans. Now this already is in a sauce prepared with olive oil, bell peppers and tomatoes. But if you wanted to use pre-boiled beans, any type of beans you have on hand guys, feel free to use it. This is what I have in my pantry, so that's what I'm using. So I'm just going to mix this in. And I'm going to allow this to cook for 5 more minutes. You see how hearty this looks? And you can even eat this by itself. You don't need to eat it with rice. So this just needs to thicken up a little, and then this will be ready. I always like making my stuff with extra sauce. I don't know why, I hate dry food. So let this go 5 minutes, and then I'll show you guys once it's done. So guys, this is right where I need it to be. Nice consistency for me. So I'm going to take off my stove, and this is ready to be served. So guys, now to plate this amazing soya chunk. How amazing does this look? It looks, look at the color on that soya. The red beans in this recipe I love. So you guys have to give this a try. And if you were to serve this to someone, I'm sure they're not going to know that there's soya in here. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. Make it, let me know down below what you think. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay safe, everyone.